Hi there, I'm Josh King, and in this video I'm going to demonstrate my build and release pipelines in Azure DevOps. So this demonstration is going to be from start to finish. It'll start with a commit, which will trigger my build pipeline, and then we'll flow that into a release pipeline, and the end result's going to be a new release on GitHub, the PowerShell Gallery, and an announcement tweet on Twitter. So just to show the lay of the land at the moment, I don't currently have any builds running. My latest release on GitHub is 0.6.3, and that's also the latest version I have on the PowerShell Gallery. There are actually a couple of hidden versions, and you can see a sneak peek of that under the downloads. And my latest tweet is retweeting Andrew. So let's start this process off in Visual Studio Code. And all I'm going to do to keep this simple is increment my version number for the module that I'm working on, which is BurntToast. So I'll increase that number, head over and commit these changes. Committed that. I'll go and push it up to GitHub. And with that done, I'll head back to my pipeline and we'll see a new build pop up in a moment. Now this video is going to be completely unedited, so if there are any wait periods during this process, I'll leave them in so you get an idea of how long the process actually takes. There we go, our new build's showing up. So we can actually dive in here and watch it work through the various steps. So it's pulling my module from GitHub, installing my prerequisites, cool. Now it's running all of my pest tests. And with successful pest tests complete, it then compiles my module and runs the tests again to ensure that the act of compiling my module didn't actually break anything. So I'm just being super cautious with this at the moment. And then with the second set of test results run, we'll publish those and they'll show up in this tests tab. Cool. Then we upload code coverage stats to CodeCov. We'll publish 2 sets of pipeline artifacts. These are just various files and the module itself that we'll need during our release pipeline. And that's our build completed successfully. So I'll just double check my tests. by heading over to that tests tab, and I can see I've had 45 tests, and they've all passed. So this is a little bit of a lie. I actually ran 45 tests twice, but only that last set was reported. So, given that I'm happy with this build, I'll go over and click Release, which is then going to take me through my release pipeline. So I don't want to change anything from automated to manual, and it's already selected the proper artifact for this deployment. So you'll notice the version number here matches the version number for that build we just watched. But what I do want to do is include a release description, because I actually pull this description and use that in the tweet that goes out. So I'll say just making a note that I'm demonstrating my release pipeline for the blog and a video. So when I click Create, it creates a new release, and we can click over to my release pipeline to watch it happen. And we can see that my deployment to production has happened automatically. So if I click in, I can see what it's doing. At the moment, it's just downloading those build artifacts, and then it starts running some PowerShell tasks. The first one sets my version tag. Then the next one actually publishes to the gallery. So as soon as we see this job finished, we should be able to see the new release up on the gallery. Cool, that succeeded, and now it's doing my GitHub release. Again, as soon as this is finished, we should see the new release up on GitHub. And finally, we're announcing the release on Twitter. And you'll notice I'm using the PS Twitter API module. That's not running on the pool of resources where these pipelines run. So I'm installing it, and then we'll use it. And while it's doing that, let's jump over to GitHub, refresh the page, and we'll see our new release, the one ending in .3. And we can see it's automatically attached as a .zip file. It's got my change notes, and it's using the version that I specified in my PSD file. So let's jump over to the gallery and refresh here, and we should see a new version available here as well. And we do indeed. So if we have a look, there's our release notes, and everything looks good. So finally, assuming the pipeline's finished, and I refresh Twitter, you can see two new tweets. One saying that I've published the module ending in .3 to the gallery via Azure DevOps. And here's that note that I put in the release description, which was demonstrating release pipelines. And of course, this link takes us through the gallery. And I also reply to that tweet saying, hey, it's also on GitHub, and encouraging people to open issues. And the link here opens up on GitHub. So that's my entire build and release pipelines. Thanks for watching.